You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
What's Gucci with Shake It Man? It's your girl Ash Cash. 15 minutes of fame, punchlines of politics. I got the dinner
Hotel for money.
in the building. So we're just gonna jump right to it. You had this battle with Pat Stay, and for those who are unsure of where it came from, where it started, can you just elaborate on how it started when you guys first had the battle in London?
Yeah, it kind of started before that. They was trying to book me on Blackout 5. Never made that happen. Shout out to Organic, Drake. But I couldn't do it at that time. I had clips. Well, no, they tried to get me first when I had Joe Buttons. I couldn't do it. Then I had clips. I couldn't. So I just don't book two battles at once. So then ended up making it happen in London. They reached out to me in London. And then they reached out to Pat and everybody else. Well, if you let Pat Stay tell it from his third round, I put it together. You know what I'm saying? And I promised them they're going to make this money. And whatever that crap third round was, he made up lies. Like, I'm not a league owner. I've never put together a battle event. I just gave them, like, hitman number of people numbers they didn't have. Like, I didn't. His third round was trying to say, like, I don't know what he was trying to insinuate. I put it together and promised them. Bunch of bullshit. But, yeah, they reached out to me. And, reached out to Pat and they made it happen.
Just to clear that up, you had nothing to do with setting anything up with that guy. So what he was saying was...
I mean, people know that. He knows that. I've never set up battles. Like, I would clearly be getting paid. Like, I would have been more hands-on. I would have let people know, like, yo, your money ain't here. If I was doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck I'm doing it and I got shorted money? Like, how does that make sense?
I'm glad we got, because I was saying to myself, too, like, yo, you...
I mean, nowadays, people
just,
they just either make up personals or they just stretch off of something and exaggerate. You know what I'm saying? Because I did give them hitman number, like I said. You know, I helped them a little bit, you know, to get contacts, but I didn't get paid for that. I wasn't doing that to set it up. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever resolve the issues from London? Like, did you get the rest of your money?
I resolved it backstage. I mean, I was totally satisfied with what I got for the one round. I just renegotiated, and I already got my half, and plus I got more for one round. So I was super good as far as the money goes for the one round. I was cool.
So why even accept to do this battle over again?
Because I felt like the fans was really loving that first round, and I had 2 rounds left over pretty much. So it was just more for the people's sake, you know what I'm saying? Because they just kept commenting, oh, why was it one round? It was only one round. And, you know, I think the second one came out pretty good, so it was worth it.
Did you use any material from the first round? From their first battle? From the rounds that you first wrote?
Course. Like, my third round was still the same round. I probably changed it. I changed some shit on the spot, but for the most part, my third round was the same round, the whole Drake shit. I had the way I had this shit set up, I was like, I'm an Anunnaki, I was supposed to do that different, but it didn't work how I wanted to. But if you peep, I was doing the opposite of what I was saying. I said schemes. They thought I was doing a chess scheme, but it was really like a scheme about beds. Then I said name flips. They probably expected me to do Pat down, and I take Pat, but I was doing flipping actual names. Then I was supposed to say, I messed up the last one. I was supposed to say pass and then go to the future. But it is what it is. They kind of got the concept. But yeah, that was pretty much my third for London.
Y'all got super personal in the thirds. Like, you were just talking about his third round. Is there anything else in there? Because he was kind of discrediting.
I don't think I got personal. I think I just got a little deep.
You got like real, okay.
Yeah, like conceptual, like went into a concept, and he did the same thing. He went into a concept. His was more personal, yeah.
Right. Well, but he kind of discredited the LOM brand. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, he kind of called you selfish.
I was loving it. Because I felt like he was killing himself, you know? So while he was saying it, I was like, keep going. You know, because you can't really discredit nobody that's something they stand for. It's like, I can't really think. Like, you know, not even trying to put an analogy, just straightforward. You can't discredit nothing somebody stands for without proof. You know what I'm saying? You can't come and just use a witty way to discredit something somebody's been standing for their whole life with no proof. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, oh, you're overcharging leagues or whatever he said. That's not loyalty over money. And that's just like, That doesn't make sense, first of all, because, you know, there's no loyalty in business unless you started that business with somebody you was loyal to before the business. So, just like Pat, when he books his battles, he tries to get the most money possible. He's on the phone with Organic, come on, I can't get this instead of that, and that's what everybody does. So he's pretty much dissing me for getting the most, for being the highest paid.
But are you somewhat worried that people will believe that? Because, you know, fans don't know. They only believe kind of what you say, kind of what you and the other person say.
People will believe it. People will believe it because they don't understand what loyalty over money means. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand loyalty. Now, it is a certain loyalty in business. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, I'm not gonna, like, Pat Stay's probably loyal to King of the Dot. So if URL called them, he probably would call King of the Dot and let them know I've done the same thing. You know, it's a certain type of loyalty. You know what I'm saying? But it's no LOM in business. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to clearly get the most. You know, it's business.
Did you kind of know what to expect with Pat Stay since you guys already battled? Like, being at y'all battle before, did you, I don't want to say you underestimated him, but did you kind of think you already knew what to expect?
I don't usually go that deep into it. You know, I do think about it, but I try not to have no expectations. That's why I'm not excited, you know? So I definitely wasn't excited. So I didn't really have no expectations because I was shocked. If I did have expectations, I wouldn't have been surprised how he came out in the first because he pretty much came out the same way he did in London, starting off with the jokes and stuff. So
I sat down with Pat Stay and we were talking, and he kind of said that he waited to the last minute. I don't know if you've seen that interview, but he said that he waited pretty much to the last minute. He didn't finish his rounds till that day. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like he somewhat slept on you, or?
I don't answer the lies.
Or you think that's not truthful?
I know it's not truthful. I battle rap. These dudes be lying. Oh yeah. Round one Organic? Hold on, cause I'm still right in my third. Can we get like another 2 minutes? Hey, niggas be, come on. Like, you had 3 months, plus we had a battle in December where you had 2 rounds left over and you just wrote your third that morning. I mean, like, if he said, you know, I put my last 8 bars in my third round that morning, you're not writing a full third. Like, come on, you know, dudes want to seem so, you know, like godly, like, so I guess that's what that's about, you know, and I do that. I feel like the shit I do, you know, it's probably like 1 or 2 battle rappers, like the whole Birdman scheme, the whole all three of y'all, I came up with that in the venue. Cause I got mad, I'm seeing the pit and I'm like, bro, all these people in the back can't see my performance. I was mainly performance based, so I'm not gonna get that reaction I would, you know, with the size of the cell phone, slick Rick video, like they're not gonna see me doing that. That's perform. So I threw that in there, going at Nakai, cause I'm like, bro, I was a little tight, and just went at Organic. But I threw that in the middle of my round, like the day of, you know, while I got to the venue. And cats can't even do that, let alone remember a round from last night. And like I said, it's a couple that can. You know what I'm saying?
Your rebuttals are ridiculous, so we know you can, you know, on the spot or the day before or whatever. Some of your rebuttals are like, sound like you wrote that. It took you a day to write the rebuttal.
But even to throw it in the middle is crazy because I'm trying to remember where I threw it at. Rolling up with shoulder bumps just to see what your man to do. I was supposed to say nothing, that's mad pressure. Y'all all characters. I done seen your background act extra. Well, just support and roll. So then I stopped it at see what your man to do, and then I went into the all three of y'all. And then after I said that, I said just support and roll, because he's a star and they came for your funeral. So that's how people know, because I still said the end of my scheme, just support and roll, but I didn't have the whole movie shit before that. But, you know, that's just mistakes you make when you do shit last minute. But, yeah, like, people can't even do that, let alone remember. You know what I'm saying? And that's very difficult. That's very difficult to do. And, you know, I just want people to be truthful with themselves.
What did you think of his performance?
Thought it was dope. I thought, like I said, besides his first round, I felt like his first round was kind of weak because he came out with jokes. I think he should have came out a little harder because he didn't really get cooking until, like, towards the middle. Right before the middle. But I thought it was dope. Pat Stay is definitely somebody I salute. Great competitor, and you know, he definitely gave me a challenge.
The jokes was funny though. That mustache shit was.
No, I'm not saying no. He's clearly hilarious. It's just certain tactics you use. Like when somebody like if I was to get bombed on, and my round after that had jokes, I would alternate it. I would either freestyle or I would throw some other dirty bad balls or some street, like just to, you know, unless my jokes are just wild, funny coming out. But I don't know. I still wouldn't think I would do that.
Who would you say your toughest opponent is up to date? Would you say it was past day?
Hollow the Dawn. You know, every time I go up there, I'm battling myself. You know, not before I used to battle my opponent, but now that I'm battling myself, I've been giving better performances. And just going against Hollow, you know, every time.
Is there anything in this last battle that you feel like you could have done differently or would have done differently?
It's always stuff. It's always stuff. And that stuff I'm gonna work on, you know, when I get back to Florida. It's always stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I love. I love making mistakes. That's how you learn.
So was there any, I mean, you can't even say like one battle rapper that me against such and such that was a great battle. Like that was the one that you loved the most.
I can, but I still can't say that's my toughest opponent because it's nothing tougher than you know, trying to get the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? The best you could be. You know
was there any one battle that we know you ain't really never excited? Okay, so the Lux. Okay.
Yeah, the Lux. I always said that before I got on what I'm on now. It was the Lux battle, the Bird battle. But now I'm to the point, you know, I'm not even battling them no more. I'm trying to battle myself. My last performance, my best performance. You know what I'm saying? That's who I'm going up against. The Hollow versus Big T. I'm battling him. Hollow versus Lux. I'm battling him. You know, that's what I try to do.
So are you satisfied with your performance tonight versus the performance you had when you did the one rounder?
I think that, and I could be wrong, but I think that Mook he don't interest me, man. He picking his fight selectively, and salute to him for how he move and how he, you know, handles his business. But as a fighter, you want
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!